Brother-in-law betrayed me and ruined my marriage using his years-long scheme to ruin my life with hateful conversations with his friends. I met my brother-in-law at uni. He asked me out in our first year and I refused. He called me the C word and that I am shallow. My best friend told me that it was harmless comments from a drunken guy who got rejected. I never thought myself shallow, it was his demeanor and awkwardness that was off-putting to me. Anyway, he proved my friend right, and other than these comments I have never felt uncomfortable during my uni years because he never bothered me again. Not even looked my way. Next time I met him was when my baby sister F28 introduced him as her BF. I didn't even recognize him at first because it was like 9 to 10 years since the day he talked to me. He was visibly annoyed that I didn't recognize him and called me a liar. The family was skeptical at first about him, but he seemed to treat my sister right and she seemed happy. He is very rich, taking her all over the world, and he seemed kind with his too. They got married after a year of dating. They have 3 children. I met my now ex-M 45 years ago, and the only odd comment from my brother-in-law was that I was still as shallow and superficial as I was in uni. At the time, I took it as a joke, but in hindsight, when I found out the truth and started thinking back looking for red flags, this was probably a big one. He never showed any signs that he disliked my husband, and he was always decent enough in his indifference to have a close friendship with my husband, and I didn't seem odd because he was always a recluse. A year ago, my husband came home and accused me of cheating, and he had evidence. The guy contacted him and he had nudes etc. of me on his phone. The guy told my husband that he didn't know at first that I was married, but as soon as he found out he contacted my now ex. He even apologized to my husband. I have never met this guy in my life. Nothing I said or did made my husband believe me. He left me and our divorce is pending. Then yesterday that guy contacted me. He apologized for what he did and told me that he is friends with my brother-in-law. He sent me conversations, endless conversations my brother-in-law had about me for years. He has never forgotten that I, in his words, didn't even give him a chance and only judged him by his looks. He called me C in that chat. Both groups chats with his friends, but mostly with this guy. They planned this attack and my brother-in-law somehow got access to my photos. The reason this guy contacted me now is that he felt guilty because even when my marriage is over my brother-in-law still was angry and hateful, especially when he heard that I was on a date last weekend. So the friend felt that he didn't help his friend but ruined innocent people's lives. Not sure what to do. My brother-in-law has actually been happier and more sociable than usual since my divorce, and now I know why, although first I thought he felt sorry and wanted to support me. His jokes about me ending up an old maid with cats as companions don't sound like jokes anymore. He meant them. I don't want to ruin my sister's life. She's very happy with her husband. I'm not sure either if I can with her husband. I'm not sure if I should tell my ex or not. I am very heartbroken that he didn't believe me. Love him very much. He is the love of my life, but I'm not sure if I can forgive him for not believing me. Update 1: My soon-to-be ex-husband knows everything now. Apparently the guy who contacted me contacted my husband at the same time and confessed to him. My soon-to-be ex is coming to town this weekend and he wants to talk. Afterwards I will probably need to look into taking legal actions if that's possible and tell my family. I think now that exposing him is the best and more safe approach should anything more serious happen. At least people would be aware of who to blame. I want to at least make sure that my sister A and D, her children, are in safety before I tell them everything, like meeting them at my parents' house after I tell my parents. The picture were real and were probably stolen from my phone or my husband's because he is the only one that I took the pictures for. I don't know if I can get any justice since the pictures were not of my face. At least I was smart enough not to have my face shown in nudes. I don't know what will happen. Update 2: My sister is very angry. She said that I have ruined her husband's reputation because my ex has blasted him and his friend everywhere. Now he is talking about wanting to end his life because I ruined it because of a joke he played. My parents have told her everything the day everything was exposed, and apparently she believed them me at first, but now she has turned on me, so she is refusing to listen. I wish I could have a moment with her first before hell broke. He is looking for jobs here because he wants to move back. I got very anxious and asked if he is doing this because of me because we are not together and this wasn't the right time to pressure me, but he said he was doing it for himself and that he doesn't want anything from me but that, and he doesn't want to leave town for brother-in-law to think he is easy prey to harm. I didn't ask about the one he is seeing. It felt it would disrespectful to interrogate him since I have no right to do that. Maybe it is not serious, or maybe she is willing to move here. I don't know. I have spoken to lawyers, they don't seem to think this could lead to anything. Yes, and he said that he couldn't just wait and let brother-in-law believe that I was alone and an easy prey. He said that police wouldn't do anything. He was right about that, and people like brother-in-law are better exposed to everyone because they value their image. He doesn't seem to be understanding of my sister, however, and the way she was put in the middle. He did apologize a lot, but probably only because I was distraught and upset about what he did. I don't think he regrets anything. He is very sad himself and he's been apologizing all the time about everything, including not believing me or trusting his gut that believed me. My brother-in-law hasn't bothered me again since he tried to call me to threaten me after everything blew up because my ex went to his place again and threatened beating him up again. Now my sister is even angrier. Yeah, it is over. I don't think it was a serious relationship. I just heard rumors that he had a GF but didn't know the details, so maybe I thought it was more serious than it was. Now he is moving back and I haven't heard that someone is moving with him. Update 3: For those of you who think he is in love with me, he isn't. He very much hates my guts and has done since the day I rejected him. Hate is also a driving force and not only love. So for the stupid users, that I would like to call losers, who made fun of me at about me, bragging? About a man not being over me in 20 years, that's is not it. If this is bragging, then you're actually very sick in the head. Unfortunately I was sent these comments from a different sub about updates? What a bunch of losers. I was in constant fear that my brother-in-law will be hurting my sister because of me, and I am not certain if he will. But that was the only reason I have been apathetic. I wasn't sure what the right step was with people like him. He has hidden his hatred so well for so long, so what more is he capable of? I didn't want my sister and her children to be the collateral damage. That's why I have been careful. I am sorry to disappoint you by not being the strong bad bitch. I have other priorities. My sister and I finally talked. I love her and her children very much. She seemed just very hurt and questioning her entire marriage, and who can blame her? I tried the baby steps approach. I wanted her to know I was there for her, and I was honest with her about my worries about her and her children with a man like him. It worked for a while and I was being hopeful, but something changed, and it probably had to do with her husband giving her an ultimatum. Divorce or cut your family off. She chose her marriage. It broke my parents and me, but I don't think we can do anything about it. It is her own choice even if we believe it is coerced. But maybe there's this little chance that she knows him better than we do. There's the little hope that he is a better person towards his family. I am clinging on to that hope. She wrote us telling us to forget she and her children existed, and that they will take legal action if we ever tried to contact them. Brother-in-law deleted all his social media accounts, and his friends apparently all want nothing to do with him. I have heard he is planning on leaving the city because everyone knows what he did now, and he is having a hard time with it. He barely leaves the house and he has been shamed, even at work. My ex-husband and I are moving on with the divorce. I don't blame him for believing the rumors, but at the same time I wish he knew me better like I thought he did. That I would never do such a thing and cheat on him. I am so sorry that he moved back for me and probably was hoping we could give it another chance, but I can't. He has apologized so many times and said so many times that he never truly believed the rumors, but I have started to think that our marriage wasn't strong enough to overcome a rumor. It is nobody's fault, but I thought our love was stronger than it actually was. I think we both thought that. I have started dating a new guy a few weeks before all this started, after over a year of me not even being able to leave bed. He has seen all of this unfolding and he's been very patient and supportive.